Hello, this is Tish here doing my daily Bible study. Today is Wednesday, February 25th, 2009, and we're reading from the New Testament again in keeping with our theme of faith and living in faith. And this is going to be a short one today. The King James, did I say 2 Corinthians chapter 5 verses 6 and 7? Okay. The King James Version reads as follows: Therefore we are always confident, knowing that whilst we are at home in the body, we are absent from the Lord. For we walk by faith, not by sight. And the NIV Version reads as follows: Therefore we are always confident and know that as long as we are at home in the body, we are away from the Lord. We live by faith, not by sight. And the title that these two verses are under in one of my Bibles is Our Heavenly Dwellings, which is what this podcast is called. So it goes on further to talk about when we leave these bodies, we get these glorified bodies in heaven. But I guess that isn't in keeping with the theme of the week, so that's why that's not in here. But so it's just saying that and that's why they say Christians shouldn't fear death. Yea, though I walk through the valley, I will not fear. That's the Psalms 21. If you ever hear that and you wonder what that is, it's like, yea, though I walk through the valley of death, I will fear no evil. That is from the Bible. But it's Psalms 23. But so we're not supposed to fear death, because when we die in this life, we immediately go to be with the Lord. And that's why you shouldn't be sad, but if you ever hear someone, rejoice in the death of whatever, they don't mean rejoice in the death. What they mean is rejoice because that person is now in heaven, even though we're going to miss them and we can mourn for them. It's better or it's easier to cope with the pain of losing a loved one when you know that they are with the Lord. And then we live by faith and not by sight. That's a pretty popular, or quoted a lot by a lot of ministers also. And it just means that even though things look bad, if everywhere you look, pretty much there's bad news, but you can live in faith knowing that all of this is happening for a reason. And as long as you have faith, you're going to come through, and you're going to come through okay, and maybe even better, in a better situation than you were when all this started. Because if you sorry about that. Right now, if you have good credit and you have some money saved, right now is a really good time to buy houses, or a house rather, because usually in the past, when the house prices went down, the lending rates went up. But right now, house prices are down, lending rates are down, so some people could, maybe get a job, a different job than what they had before, maybe buy a house. You never know. I know one thing that is coming of these times. Oops, sorry about that. Oh, I'm just really messing up today, huh? My family and I, we're spending a lot more time together because cutting costs. We're not going to the movies as much. We're not, just doing whatever as much as we were before. So we're home and we play video games together and we watch movies together and, just sit and talk. So we're bonding, and, I have a teenager, so really to be bonding with a teenage boy, I think is something special. But anyway, so I said this was going to be short. I'm not going to ramble on. So it's just, even though, like if you hear prosperity preachers, they say you look at your bank account and it says zero, you have faith that your money's coming, or a lot of times with being sick, or praying for a healing, they'll say, your doctor's report might say this, but you know that by Jesus' stripes you were healed. And it's believing on what you want and what in faith has been promised to you, rather than what the circumstance is now. Okay, so I hope this was helpful in some kind of way. I do my daily Bible study anyway, and I had an idea to make a podcast. So if there's someone who is too busy to do Bible study, or just won't do a Bible study but they'll listen to a podcast, then they can listen to this one. As always, bless and be blessed, and I'll tune in tomorrow.